What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, go, go, go. Yeah. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for riding with me today. I got a topic to discuss. Yes, and it's motorcycle related. So as soon as we get through the next couple of lights, because I hate riding in city traffic, and hey, that's what we're going to talk about today. So as soon as we get through the next couple of lights, yeah, put the phone down, dude. We're going to talk about riding through the city versus back roads versus highway. I would like your take on it. What is your preferred type of road and why? And in the meantime, once we get out of this stuff, I'm going to give you my answers to those questions, because that's how this whole back and forth thing works. I make the video, you answer it in the comments section or in your own videos, in the case of my motovlogging buddies, and we go from there. So thanks for being here today. And yeah, it looks kind of overcast, but they're not calling for rain. So I got the call. I had to go join my family somewhere, and my wife shockingly said, pick a bike and join us. I was like, alrighty then. So I picked my Harley Street Glide, because of course I did. Well, at least he put the phone down before driving away from the light. And by the way, as a side question, if you commute on your bike, do you have to deal with traffic like this all the time, or is it like easy breezy where you live and you can just flow home all whatever speed you want? Welcome to rush hour in Rockville, people. Oh, brutal. We are going to hit Avery Proving Ground though. That should be a little bit easier than dealing with this mess. Now, before we get to Avery Proving Ground, you may be wondering why in the hell I would record a commute or riding around in rush hour traffic. And the reason is because I use my GoPro as a dash cam. I have the one facing back and the one facing forward at all times on all my rides. And if I'm ever in a situation that there's a chance there could be an altercation or an incident of some sort, I've got the cameras at the ready. I've got my remote going. I'm ready to record at a moment's notice. And usually we end up with people in this lane that want to get over to that lane at the light and cut a bunch of people off. And also, this backup is half as bad as it normally is. So yay for us, we could actually get through here without too much delay. But I'm taking it nice and easy because people tend to cut out in front of you here. Head on a swivel, folks. Head on a swivel. Looks like we're getting lucky today, though. So another side question, if you've got a GoPro hooked on your bike, do you use it as a dash cam and just like record everything? Whee! Plenty of room. Those clouds do look ominous, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about them. And with all this going on in front of me, I'm really not too worried about the rain. It will be interesting this winter because I've never had a tall windshield on this bike or the Batwing wings. So it'll be interesting to see how that fares. Haha, see, I made a pun. With the wind and cold temperatures come wintertime. Haha. So for me, this is my favorite kind of road. The back roads, twists and turns a little bit, some straight sections. I like elevation changes. I mean, I'm not a hard rider. I don't go out there scraping hard parts all the time, and I don't ride particularly fast, but I do enjoy getting the bike leaned over a little bit. So I like that. Lately, I've been liking the highway more. I have never really liked the highway. I've been on it for thousands of miles, but I'm not a huge fan of the highway because it's mostly straight and boring. High speed with people changing lanes without paying attention, you know, that sort of shit. So I prefer the back roads where that doesn't happen. Also, the high speeds meant a lot of wind, and until the recent aforementioned aero upgrades, as I call them, highways were fairly tedious for me. Now, shoot, I did like 5 hours on the highway the other day, and it was no big deal. I was like, wow, all right, these things make a huge difference. The Batwing wings more so than the windshield, I think. But then my least favorite, and the one I avoid at all costs, is city roads. The only time they're okay is in the morning commute for some reason. I tend to find more people pay attention in the morning than they do at night. I don't know why that is, but that's just how people seem to act around here. They want to, you know, actually get to work on time, so they're going at a good clip. They're paying attention to their mirrors. I have relatively few issues in the morning compared to the afternoon. Afternoon, it's like all hell breaks loose and people get freaking stupid. Then you get stuff like this, where they're parked on the side of the road and this guy has to slow down for a risk of hitting them when he has a gap of 4 feet. Yeah, I won't ever understand it. Something that was imparted, some wisdom that was imparted upon me when I first got my license was drive defensively, but also don't impede traffic in any way, shape, or form. So if you're lost, find the next exit if it's on the highway, or keep driving to the next intersection or a safe place to pull over and get off the road and look at a map if you're on a road like this. Don't slow down to 15 miles an hour looking for your turn. It really grinds my gears when people have to slow down to 15 miles an hour. Give me a freaking break, dude. Now, that may make me a self-centered ass, but I'm all right with that. So I think those are all my thoughts on the different types of roads. Now it's your turn in the comments below. I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next exciting adventure, yes, Easy Rider Greg, I'm stealing your outro. Stay tuned. I told you I was going to steal everybody's outros, and I am. So have a great day, and ride like everybody's a trained assassin out to kill you. MotoMike 805, boop. Hey, like, comment, subscribe, share all the YouTube stuff. Check you in the next video. Bye.